So, with everybody talking about the Activision news, obviously this maybe went a little bit under the radar, and maybe that's the way it should be. I don't know. But Xbox gets some bad news, and a lot of people are pretty upset about this. I gotta admit, it's one of those things where you see it and you kind of just go, oh man, that sucks. You know, like that's to me the epitome of this news. And a lot of people, like I said, were probably not even aware of it because it was going on pretty much at the same time as the Activision news was coming out. And so us as fans kind of pick up our heads and move a little bit forward. So yeah, anyway, with that being said, I want to get into the news because I did feel like it was definitely worthwhile talking about, and everybody should probably be aware. So as you guys know, Xbox has been known to have, I guess, a front man, a spokesperson, and that is Xbox's Major Nelson, Larry Herb, who is actually leaving Xbox, unfortunately. And this is a bit of a bummer. I heard, he was a pretty good guy, like Tim Dog and things like that. I've met him multiple times. I got to hang out with him, and he said he was a pretty good guy. Like, he's been known for pretty much everything Xbox, and he used to do like all the behind the scenes stuff. I'm not sure exactly what he does anymore. I know he does the official Xbox podcast, but he also does some other things as well. So, we'll see what happens there. But honestly, they weren't using him in like the E3 stuff anymore or anything like that. So, in an announcement shared to his social media account, Larry Herb thanked fans and colleagues and said he looked forward to the next chapter of his career. After 20 incredible years, he said he has decided to take a step back and work on the next chapter of his career. At the moment, he thinks about everything that he's done together with the fans and everybody, and he wants to thank millions of gamers around the world who has included him as part of their lives. Also, thanks to Xbox team members for trusting me to have a direct dialogue with the customers. The future is bright for Xbox, and as a gamer, I'm excited to see the evolution. He confirmed that Xbox's official podcast would be taking a hiatus and return at a later date. He's yet to confirm what his next career move will be, but anyway, I wish him luck. I think he's going to do pretty well for himself or whatever. He's definitely one of the most recognizable people in terms of Xbox to actually go out there and watch. I know some people thought he was a little bit stodgy. I guess I thought that at different times too. But I can imagine looking back at things now, right? Like we go, oh, well, that person comes across like this or that or the other thing. As being someone who is on social media and things like that, it's easy to look and go, people treat that guy like crap. And even when you look at something like Phil Spencer, every time he tweets, if you ever look at the comments under his tweets, yeah, you'll get some good comments, but there is just inundated with negativity under a lot of them. And it's really kind of unfortunate when you think about it, because at the end of the day, these people, I think, deserve better, and all of them do. I mean, these people are just doing their jobs, working the jobs as best as they can, and then they have, like, this kind of stuff come about, and, it kind of sucks. I can imagine it's, especially around the Xbox One era, I'm sure Major Nelson really kind of took the brunt of stuff when it comes down to it, because let's just say that, one of those things that you see the hate. I can remember he did the Angry Joe thing or whatever, where he's like, you can't just flip a switch or whatever, and people kind of really attacked him over that. It's interesting as well. We've honestly been seeing Larry on our screens for 2 decades now, with him playing a massive part in promoting Xbox brands over the years. And also recently, like I said, he's been more seen as the official Xbox podcast host on YouTube. And he's been inundated with messages of support from fans since announcing the news. And Xbox boss Phil Spencer also took to Twitter to share his own personal message. He said, "Larry, it has been awesome to work alongside you on this journey. Thank you for being a friend and for everything you've done for our Xbox community and team." Again, man, I want to thank him too. He's done a lot. I can remember I got kind of close to playing with him at one point. And I think we were playing Rocket League or something like that. But, it is what it is. At the end of the day, we'll see what happens. I'm excited to see the fans kind of, I don't know. It's hard to say. It's like maybe it was time to move on. A lot of people thought he was older than he was. I think he's something like 45, right now. So he's just, I think, always had like that grayish hair or whatever. So, it just kind of is what it is. And, at the end of the day, I think Microsoft is kind of going into sort of a different direction anyway when you think about it, because what they're doing is, I think they go with a more younger audience, like whenever you see them kind of do the shows or whatever. So we'll see. I wouldn't be surprised to see him get replaced by someone at some point in the future, and we'll see what happens with the official Xbox podcast. But still a sad day, and a lot of people kind of upset about it, and I can totally understand that. I think, like I said, Microsoft has definitely come a long way, but that doesn't mean that some of this stuff can't happen. And again, it's sad to think that I saw so many PlayStation fans trying to cast this as, oh, he's trying to get away from Xbox, blah blah blah. Like, the guy worked there for 22 years, right? I mean, for comparison, the head of Naughty Dog just left, and he worked there for 20 years. But you don't see people going, oh, he's abandoning ship or whatever. That's just kind of, in my opinion, kind of distasteful. When you're somewhere for so long, I think moving on to challenges and things like that makes a lot of sense, and I completely wish him well for what's kind of going on. Anyway, I would love to hear everybody's thoughts on this. What do you guys think? Do you guys think that this is a good move? Do you think it's a smart move? Obviously, like I said, we wish him well, and I think we'll see probably somebody else take over the podcast. Who would you like to maybe see take over the podcast? I think that is a very prudent question, to say the least, because, at the end of the day, it could be anybody. Like, I think you have to have sort of in my opinion anyway, you have to have sort of a personality that is really kind of out there for like fans and things like that, right? I think you got to have that real kind of ability to interact with fans and put up with a lot of nonsense, I think, because let's just be honest, you're not just dealing with fans, you're dealing with anti-fans, to be honest with you. So, we'll see what happens. I think everybody's going to be pleasantly surprised by the future. We wish you well, Larry. Hope you get everything taken care of, and you can, spend time with your family and get some gaming in and not have to deal with so many of the jerk asses in the gaming world. I hate to be blunt about it, but so many people can just be overbearing when it comes to this stuff. So hopefully everything works out for you. And, again, I'm looking forward to seeing the future of Xbox. I mean, it is unbelievable. I think he may be leaving at a time when, with the Activision stuff going through, it's considered a win, and that's an exciting prospect. So, thanks for watching. Let me know what you think. Rack 'em up. Crap Gamer out.